Hey, what's good? I'm finally back on this channel. It's been 2 years since I uploaded my first video, more than 2 years actually, and I think just a little under 1.5 years since I've uploaded the last video. It just so happened that I completely forgot that this channel even existed. I wasn't logged into the account anymore in my YouTube studio, and over time I just literally forgot that it existed and that I, once had this plan of vlogging my life every day and doing all of kind of stuff. And a couple of days ago, actually, I was looking up my own name on Google, and I was literally just Googling my own name, which I occasionally do just because, I have some stock photos that whenever somebody uses them, they usually at least credit me on their website. And it's just really funny to, Google my own name and find all these web entries of websites that just use my images. So yeah, I Googled my name and I just happened to stumble across my own YouTube channel. Not sure how common of an experience that is, but yeah, that's basically what happened. And yesterday evening I actually took the time and rewatched, partially rewatched some of my first videos, and just like I imagined when I filmed these videos, it was pretty nostalgic. Like seeing myself, even if it's just 2 years ago, it's not really, it doesn't feel long ago at all. It's just nostalgic seeing yourself, seeing what you think or what you was thinking back then. And whoops, there's a hole in the ground right here. And just seeing me on camera on the channel talking about my personal life, it's cool. It's a little bit weird, but it's cool. And yeah, yesterday evening motivation hit me and I was like, tomorrow I'm gonna film another video for the channel, so come back if you want. So so here we are. It's a lot warmer and a lot more windy than I expected it to be. So yeah, my hair's going all over the place right now. But I guess that doesn't really matter. Anyways, for this video I just wanted to give my future me a little update of where my life is going, where I'm at, because I think that's the cool part. That's why I do these videos. I did these videos and why I want to start doing them again. Just having that little time capsule, me in the moment sitting in front of the camera talking to the camera. It's a little bit like having a diary and writing into the diary, but when you read stuff that you've wrote in the past, you always interpret it with the way you are now. And when you kind of read it to yourself in your head, it's not the person reading it to you is you now and not the person you was whenever you wrote that diary entry, basically. So having a video of me actually talking to the camera and actually, seeing how I looked 2 years ago, or when if I watch this video ever in the future, seeing how I look now, how I behave, how I talk, how I sound, it's completely different. And that's why I'm doing these basically. But anyways, I wanted to give myself a little bit of an update of where I'm standing. So basically, when I started this channel, I just graduated school. So I had all of this motivation of, oh, I'm out of school now. I didn't really know what to do back then, so I had a lot of free time, and I was like, yeah, let me document my so interesting life, which turned out to be not so interesting at all. And therefore, my daily vlogging stopped after a week or so, if even. But yeah, anyways, right now I've started at uni a little bit over a year ago, studying economics, which is interesting. It's not the most fascinating topic, but I feel like the more I actually do it and the more I learn about it, the more I kind of morph into the person that is actually interested in all that stuff. And I feel like that is something that, with every person that goes to uni, they study a certain thing, and if they want to or if they don't, they just turn into that. And some people, of course, there are people that were into, I don't know, medicine from like they wanted to be a doctor when they were children, and it's like in their nature. So there are these types of people, but I feel like most of the folks in my generation are just going to uni because they kind of have to do something, and they pick out something that might be interesting to them, and over time you just like start seeing the world from the perspective of whatever you're studying. And for me that's certainly economics, and it's kind of interesting. I definitely don't want to work in a like classical finance economics job. Like that's definitely nothing for me. So yeah, if I ever start working in like finance or consulting, that would be uncool. Like I really don't see myself in a position like this. Yeah, so that has happened. I've started a business, or rather two businesses basically. So I was always doing that music thing on the side, and a little bit over a year ago, like mid of June 2025, I like registered as a business for it, because not because I was making tons of money, but just to have like everything clear in terms of taxes and stuff like that. So theoretically, since then, I'm an entrepreneur of my own business, even though uploading beats to Spotify is not really a business. But yeah, at the beginning of this year, in March, I started a second business where I'm flipping TCG cards, Magic, Pokemon, that kind of stuff. And so far, like in terms of actual money, it's going okay. And it's to be honest, it's a lot of fun for me actually. I just feel like I'm learning so much about actually having a business, and because the investment side is so low, it's more of a time investment really. Like there's basically no risk involved. If I screw this up, if I don't want to do it anymore, like I've lost 1,000 euros or something. Well, like that's nothing compared to an actual business where you spend tens of thousands of euros just to get it started, maybe even hundreds of thousands, and you really don't want to fuck this up then. But for me, it's just like a playground, and I really enjoy that. To be honest, just also seeing like the stuff that I learn in uni, like applied in practice, like in reality, is kind of cool, and doing it for myself. And yeah, who knows? Maybe I will grow this to a point where it actually like kind of makes some money, and actually makes sense to do it. But yeah, I think that point is still way out in the future, if even. Yeah, over the course of the last 2 years, I was in Romania. That was like the travel vlog that I tried to film. Oh, sun is coming back. I was in Sweden at the family of my now girlfriend back then. With her together. It was really cool experience. I wish I would have vlogged that. We were in Crete later that year as well. That was really cool as well. It was an all-inclusive holiday, so like just chilling at the beach. So nothing I would really want to repeat. Just really expensive, and we were too young, or we are too young for this type of stuff. That's what I feel like. Like they were only like couples 30 years and older, so that's definitely nothing I would want to repeat. Just that's something I noticed as well. Even if it wasn't so expensive and it was just like chilling out on the beach, like that's not really something for me. Like I want to do stuff. So since then, that was in September, I think, beginning of September. Since then, I haven't traveled really, I think. No. So also for this year, I don't have a holiday planned yet. Oh no, my bad. I was in France for a week with some friends in May, and I was also in Romania 1 week in May with my parents. So I did travel this year a little bit, but nothing too exciting. But I want to do a solo trip this summer, and maybe I'll also vlog that and actually have a video of it. That would be cool. I thought about going to Montenegro on my own, and they have like crazy landscapes, and it's definitely something that's on my bucket list. But you know, when I did some research on that topic, I noticed that like it's a really small country, so you can basically go like through the entire country, see all of the highlights in like one trip theoretically. But the problem is that you basically need to have a car, because like some of the stuff is really remote. You can't really reach it by bus or train or something. So it would 100% make sense to just, you know, get a rental and see the country by car, and like not only see one part of the country, but like try to see the entire country in like 2 or 3 weeks. But unfortunately, under 21, as always, you can't really get a rental. So I decided to postpone that trip a little bit to the future. Hopefully in 2 years or a little bit later, I will go there. But for now, I'm thinking about doing a like little road trip with my own car to basically. I'm not really sure yet, but basically I'm thinking like going down to Bavaria, staying there for a couple of nights, hiking a little bit. I definitely 100% want to go hiking this summer. And then maybe going down to Italy, driving down to Italy, and, you know, staying there for a couple of days. And then maybe, you know, on the way back, hit Austria, stay there for a couple of days, and then get back home. Something in that direction. I will see. I will have to see, you know, how it all works out with the budget, how far I trust my car to take me. You know, it's quite a long way down there, especially if I actually want to go to Italy. So yeah, I will have to see if that works out. Then also, me and my girlfriend broke up. Already mentioned that, but yeah, after 3 years. A little over 3 years. It just wasn't working anymore, really. So that's now 2.5 months ago, almost. 2 months, 2.5 months. Would be super funny actually if she sees this video. I think she was subscribed to the channel back when I made it, and probably because I, you know, didn't post anything and stuff, she didn't unsubscribe. So would be kind of funny if she sees this video. But yeah. To be honest, I'm not really sure how much I want to share about this on the channel. Because, you know, there is the chance that she sees it, and also you don't need to make everything public, because theoretically, even though I'm making these videos for myself, you know, they're still public on YouTube. And, you know, you don't want to share too much of your private life on YouTube or on the internet in general. Then you might ask the question, why are you making these videos public anyways? Because, you know, at the end of the day, if I was making these videos solely for myself, like, I could just, you know, record them and let them sit on the hard drives or something. But making these videos public, I thought there was somebody over there for a second. What the hell? Making these videos public is kind of, you know, motivation to actually make them. And, you know, nobody... Close to 0 people are gonna watch these videos. Maybe, you know, the occasional viewer stumbles across them and just decides to click. But yeah, I'm making these videos for myself, but having them posted somewhere and, you know, at least pretending I have an audience kind of helps me to motivate me to make videos. That was my thought process back when I started the channel, and I think it's still true now. Like, recording this video and knowing it will just sit on my hard drive, like, I would probably go ahead and just delete it. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. And who knows, you know, maybe I'll start doing, you know, travel vlogs or something, and a couple people will watch them actually and enjoy what they're seeing, and I can make their life happier or better, whatever. That would be positive as well, of course. So yeah, not sure if the camera is actually getting too dark, because, you know, the sun is just gone away behind the clouds. So yeah, if you can't really see me, excuse me for that. Also, I noticed when I rewatched the old videos yesterday, like, it's 2 years ago. It feels like yesterday, But it's 2 years ago. There is so much that has happened since then. I feel like I've changed so much. Sun is back. I've changed so much over the last 2 years. But at the same time, like I look the same. Like I'm wearing this shirt on purpose, because I'm not sure if it was the first video, but in one of the first videos on this channel I actually wore the shirt. And I feel like I look the same now. Like I've started going to the gym a little bit. That's something my ex-girlfriend got me into, and I'm really happy that she did, because right now I'm really going strong with the gym, and I don't have a certain goal or something, but just like working out every day and doing sports helps me so much with like emotions and feeling well and stuff like this. So yeah, but the point I was trying to make is I feel like I look a little bit more jacked, at least compared to 2 years ago. However, I'm not really sure how much you can notice this in a shirt like this. I think if I had my top off, you would definitely be able to notice, but otherwise, like, my hair is a bit shorter, I probably look a tad bit older, but like 2 years is really not that much as well. So even though I feel like I've changed a lot, when I look at the video from back then, it feels like, hey, that could be me like from 2 weeks ago, basically, with, small imperfections, of course. So yeah, I don't know how I'm not really sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Because obviously the main thing that I have got over the last 2 years is a little bit of more life experience. Just living 2 years longer on this planet gives you more experience of what it's like living on this planet, and therefore your behavior change and your thoughts change, your thoughts about this world change, and you are a little bit more grown up. But besides this, maybe I also shouldn't expect that I would have a big change and I would be different now. But it feels like I'm different, even though I look the same, which is the point I'm trying to make. So yeah. When I was thinking about making this video yesterday evening, there were so many ideas in my head of stuff I could talk about and stuff I wanted to talk about. And now that I'm standing here, I'm kind of already out of ideas what I want to talk about. And I'm guessing once I shut off the camera and I go home, I will have 1,000 more things that pop into my head that I could have talked about. So wasn't there something else I wanted to talk about really? Oh, I've had a job. That's something that I missed. So basically, the last video was published at the beginning of 2025. So there I should have been already working at Lidl. Yeah, I worked there for 9 months, from December to September. I quit because I wanted to get a better job that's not a discounter and not just filling up, what's it called? First time that happens to me. Filling up, putting the products on the wall. What's the word I'm looking for? Filling up the Regale. Anyways, doesn't matter. I wanted to get a different job that was better paid, and less of a like heavy job heavy on the body. And I didn't find anything, so in February I started working at DM with basically the same job. I'm getting paid less, which sucks, but on the other hand it's really close to where I live, so I'm really sparing myself a lot of the wait time that it took me to get to Lidl. And now it looks like from the beginning of October I'm gonna quit at DM and I'm gonna start working at uni as a tutor. So basically just teaching the students stuff they need to know in statistics, which is kind of cool because I think I did 1.3 in the exam, 1.3, which is like the second best grade you can get. And yeah, my prof hit me up if I wanted to do the tutor job and I was like, yeah, why not? It pays better. I'm getting paid 8 hours a week, and I only have to teach for 3 hours, and like the other 5 are just like preparation hours. So basically, if I'm not like super dumb, I should be able to increase my hourly wage a little bit by just, you know, being a little bit quicker with the preparation, and then, you know, I'll just have to be 3 hours in uni a week and teach some stuff, which also I imagine could be kind of fun. I kind of like talking to myself, and at the end of the day, if you're standing in front of like 20 students and you're teaching them something, like that's exactly what you do. The only thing I'm a little bit worried about is that statistics was like one of the hardest, especially statistics 2, which is what I'll be tutoring, was like one of the hardest modules that I had so far, because it's like a lot of math and statistics, obviously. And I kind of, you know, I want to make it a good experience for the students, so they actually learn something and actually enjoy going there. But at the same time, I'm not sure if I'm really capable of that, because usually I'm not really the math guy. So I will see how that goes. But on paper, it's a way better paid job with, you know, way better opportunities and a lot less like heavy on the body, if that makes sense. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, besides this, I think I've already talked way too long. Anyway, so if there was anything else that I wanted to talk about, I will remember it, hopefully, and I will just make another video. I'm not really sure how much or how many videos I'm gonna be doing, if this is gonna be the only video for another year or forever, maybe even. I have no idea. One video a day was stupid, and like, what was I even thinking? Like, making one video every single day? Only an unemployed graduate can come up with an idea like this. Yeah, which is what I was back then. But now that I've got, you know, other stuff to do. Oh, that is something that I wanted to talk about. Yes. I have so much free time now, you know. That's something that I can talk about, you know, with my relationship and the fact that it ended. I have so much free time right now. It feels really good, and I can finally, you know, really focus on myself, and it's like, oh, now I'm remembering all the stuff that I wanted to talk about, and it's way too much. Maybe I will just keep this part for, you know, another video, and I won't really talk about this right now, because I think the video is already like 20 minutes plus. I'm not exactly sure, but it feels like I've been standing here for more than 20 minutes. So yeah, I will talk about that stuff in another video, hopefully in the next video, whenever I feel like recording it. And yeah, besides this, I'm not really gonna make me any obligations of, you know, filming stuff. I do want to, you know, use this channel is literally like my fuck around channel, where I post whatever. Like, I posted reviews of the camera grip that I use and stuff like this. Like, I just do whatever I want on this channel. That's what I've decided to do. So yeah, to my future me, I don't know what to say. Like, I hope I'm a cool dude when I grow up. But yeah, anyways, usually I would now say, you know, if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel and all that kind of stuff, but because I imagine that nobody is really watching this video anyways, at least not up to this point. Thanks for watching, if you actually did watch it. So yeah, with that being said, see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day. Bye.